In the 1980s, a little phrase gained a lot of ground. Greed is good. Dishonest people used it to justify their bad behavior. Corporations reveled in its cultural acceptance, and still, to this day, the devil itself, Disney, lives by this mantra. So this article comes from Gizmodo.com, titled, Disney to Theater Showing The Last Jedi. I am altering the deal. Pray don't alter it any further. Disney has revealed the conditions local theaters have to abide by in order to show Star Wars The Last Jedi, and much like the dealings of the Empire, Disney's deal doesn't shake a great deal for local businesses. According to the Wall Street Journal, theater owners have to agree to a serious and unusual set of terms in order to earn the privilege of showing the new Star Wars movie. First, Disney is insisting on a 65% share of ticket sales revenue, up from a standard 55% asked by most Hollywood studios, something that the Wall Street Journal calls a new benchmark. Disney is also requiring theaters to reserve at least 4 weeks in the largest auditoriums available exclusively for The Last Jedi screenings. And if the theater violates any of these terms, well, then Disney reserves the right to charge an additional 5% of ticket sales revenue as a penalty for the violation. This includes the theater canceling even one screening of the film without Disney's consent. And if you don't like those terms, as a theater owner, there's little to be done. Disney has outsized power in the modern theatrical market with box office sales and Disney's significant stake in the remaining releases, 26% market share as of last year, leaving theaters with little in the way of bargaining power. The Last Jedi is far too lucrative to pass up. They're in the most powerful position any studio has been in, maybe since MGM in the 1990s, the Wall Street Journal quotes one film buyer saying, like Lando Calrissian before the might of Vader, there's not much to do for the business owners behind the theater except grin and bear it and try to keep the Wookiee from choking anyone. So barring that stupid joke at the end, this article really touches on something important. And the biggest and the best problem is the fact that I see fanboys blindly defending this decision. And these are the same brainwashed individuals that bitch about concession prices. If you want $20 popcorn, this is how you get $20 popcorn. I love that this article frames Disney to look like Darth Vader in this situation. Now, if only a real-life Luke Skywalker would appear and cut that dark asshole down. So what do you think of all this? Do you think it's bullshit like I do? You know you're going to make money with Star Wars, and now they're just really bleeding these people. So anytime Disney ever tries to talk about the community and doing good, use this as proof to show that they're full of shit. They really don't care about anyone or anything besides money. Everyone goes to Disney World, oh, it's the happiest place on earth. No, it's just a great way to take your fucking money. And they're doing it now. So just keep that in mind when you go to your local theater and shit goes up in price because you have Disney doing this stuff. And you know what? They're proud of it. Oh, we own Star Wars. We can do anything we want. No, Disney, I don't think you can do anything you want. Personally, I feel like the reason you're doing this is because you don't have the grasp of Star Wars that people think you do. You think that this gravy train could end rather soon, so why not get everything we can out of it? Again, business decision-wise, I respect it. From a personal standpoint, I think it's pretty shitty. I go to movie theaters all the time, and to interact with these people, you know, talking about how they don't know if they're going to be able to stay in business for very long due to prices increasing and people streaming and all this other stuff. Pretty much, Disney, you're going to price everyone out of going to movie theaters because you're going to own so much, and then the only way people are going to be able to access these movies are through overpriced Blu-rays or your streaming service, which has yet to be priced. So people should really wake up and pay attention to what Disney is doing to the movie industry. Stop thinking about your childhood and how much you fucking loved The Lion King and Little Mermaid and all this other dumb shit, and realize that all of entertainment is going to suffer because you blindly put your emotions into a company that doesn't give a shit about you, and that's the most devious in history. Maybe one day we're going to learn about all the dark shit Disney has done, but it'll be too late because they own everything you care about, and you just won't care anymore. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you're a fan of this channel, please subscribe and hit that bell notification. Also, if you're already a subscriber and you would really like to help us out, we're over on Patreon. We've just had a couple new patrons hit that $1 a month mark, and that's really exciting. And let's talk about what's coming to Patreon in the next couple of weeks up until the end of the year. So, if you're a patron, the first episode of the James Bond 007 files launched yesterday with Dr. No, so that's out. That's a lot of fun. Last night, we recorded a Batman 89 commentary, which is the first of our 3-part series in the DC Trinity. So Batman 89, Superman 78, and then Wonder Woman. Be prepared for those. Those are a lot of fun. There's a special introduction to Batman 89, a nice little round table, and then we rank our favorite Batman films. Also, before the end of the year is up, you're going to get the prequel trilogy. The drunk or sober or whatever commentaries they may be will be exclusively on Patreon. So if you want to hear us talk about Star Wars, that's the place to do it. We already have the Force Awakens commentary. We already have the Rogue One commentary. And soon we'll have the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. And if all this stuff sounds good and exciting to you, remember, it'll never come to YouTube, because we like to thank the patrons who take the time and help us out to make the channel grow, so we give you guys exclusive stuff that'll never hit YouTube. So, thanks for watching, and we'll be back tonight with World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture, where we discuss Thor Ragnarok.